Hey, and I'm back. Welcome to another episode of Out of the Darkness and Into the Light. I just love the way that sounds. Here we are, once again, with nature, with natural. This time we got the dragonflies, the insect world. We got the dragonflies, the helicopters of the insect world flying around, eating little gnats and mosquitoes. I love to see them when they come around. They're pest control for us, the little irritants that irritate us. They usually don't come that close to humans, I thought, but these guys are pretty close, and they're just hovering over the grass. Nice pretty color too, kind of orange and red. Oh man, he wants to get in there. He wants to get in on the action. I think he wants to come out of the darkness and into the light. Just didn't really have a topic. I did have a topic. I just didn't feel like going over it right now. What I wanted to really talk about was reminiscing and looking back. You ever reminisce and look back on your life and just, admire some of your accomplishments, even some of your failures? You can admire your failures because you learn from the failures. Hopefully we learn from the failures. I know I've learned from mine. Thinking about that song by Stevie Wonder, looking back on when I was a little nappy-headed boy. When my only worries was for Christmas, what would be my toy? Man, must be nice. That's your only worry. Now we got all kind of things to worry about. But, like Bobby McFerrin said, don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. But looking back, life has been great. Life is so beautiful. Got loving family, loving family members, loving friends. It's just great. And it's really great to be loved. And it's also even greater to show love. The scripture says, what greater love than a man have for his brother that he would lay his life down? I said, because I had a song that said it too, with that type of love, you have to at least love that person forever or always. And that was the name of the song. Just remember the song by saying the lyrics. The name of the song was Always. Loving you always. I sing a lot about love. I've noticed that. Got some Give Love. I'll just name one. I got a lot of songs about love, and the lyrics is love. Oh man! Oh, look at there. They're coming around. Also, energy. They gravitate towards certain energies. They use energy to move about, just like we do. We use energy to move about. It's a little windy out. That's why I was really reluctant to do a video, because I noticed that when I do them outside and the wind is blowing, it kind of has an effect on the audio as well. But we're looking back on our beautiful life. We're looking back on our accomplishments. We're looking back on our failures. We're looking back on the kindness that we showed to people. We're even looking back on the evil and the bad things we've done to people. And we resent that. We regret that. We regret that. The scriptures also say you reap what you sow. So we don't want to sow the badness that we've sown. We don't want to reap that badness. We want to reap good. So we can start today by sowing good seeds, seeds of love, seeds of understanding, seeds of togetherness. Everything is just in a state of chaos when it comes to love energy. I never thought about today, as old as I am, that I would be so concerned about the love that's in my environment, my world. I was only concerned about the love that I had, the intimate loves that I've had, the relationships I had, loving on my children, and loving on my mother, father, and family members. Never thought about extending that same love, that same heart of love to everybody that I come in contact with. I try to do that. I try to extend love to everybody I come in contact with, because I want everybody that I come in contact with to extend love to me. You got it. You reap what you sow, baby. So I'm expecting to have a love environment everywhere I go. The Fifth Dimension says all we need is love. Al Green said, oh, what a wonderful thing love is. He even said love and happiness. I call it love and snappiness. Stevie Wonder would call it love and nappiness, because he was looking back on when he was a nappy-headed boy. Where am I getting this stuff from? With love and kindness, the scripture says, with love and kindness have I drawn thee, you. It draw you by being all evil toward you and angry with you. That you'll never draw nobody like that. You'll repel them. Got to draw them in with that love. It's like fishing. You got them hooked. Reel them in. Reel them in. I love you. I do. With love and kindness. That's all we need. Looking back, I've shown a lot of love, and then I've shown a lot of hatred toward people as well. Excuse me. Shown a lot of hatred toward people and dislike. And I found out that while I'm angry and mad at them, they done went on about their business. I'm mad and angry, and they done went on about their business. They ain't even thinking about me. And I'm bringing it, dragging it like a suitcase behind me. That's anger and bitterness. But now, I'm like the little flower girl at the wedding that throws the rose petals out before the bride and the groom. I'm just throwing love out. Give love. I got a song that says, give love. Give love, love. Don't make me repeat it. You got to give it as much as you need it. Some people give it for fortune. Some people trade it for fame. But it's the same old game, ending up with the same old thing. Not only do I need love, also I'm going to seed love. Talking about the breed love. Jesus gave it to me, love. Baby, baby, please, love. You know where I'll be. Giving love. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sherelle Alexander O'Neal did a song about love. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Saturday love. Saturday love. I'm Monday through Sunday love. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday love. Not just on Sundays. Oh yeah, loving every day. Loving every minute of it. That's how we have to be. Looking back. Reminiscing. Can't think of who had the song. Maybe it was the Dells or the Manhattans. They had a song, Cowboys and Girls. I remember when we used to play Shoot 'em Up. Shoot 'em up, bang, bang. I remember when we used to chase the girls and beat them up. I never did that. Chase the girls and beat them up? Nah. No, man. But anyway, looking back, reminiscing. Look back today and reminisce. I have an exercise where I try to remember how far I can remember. I go back to preschool. And I can remember a little bit about preschool. I can remember a little bit about the first and second and third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade. I have a lot of memory from the 5th grade on up because I was in the band. I was a trumpet player, and so a lot of that music, I remember a lot of that pertaining to the music. And so, but I tried to go far back as I could to see how far could I remember. And I made it to preschool. I was telling my mother about a memory I had being in the hospital as a baby. She said I was too young to remember it, but I described my environment, and she said, well, you had to have been there to know that. And I was telling her about the nurses that had on this blue and white uniform, and a little girl in the bed next to where I was at. Her feet was hoisted up with she had casts on her feet, and my mother was saying that, yeah, that was the little girl that was in traction next to my bed. And I remember kids playing with toys on the floor in the hospital for some reason. And but I was a baby because I was a preemie and I had to stay in the hospital. But I kind of remember that, and probably because of the trauma from being a preemie with a heart murmur had a lot to do with it. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. I love delving into the psyche, but I don't study it. Well, I guess you can say that. I guess I am a psychologist, one who studies psychology, ology, the study of, ology, theology, biology, astrology. But looking back and reminiscing, man, I had some fun childhood. My childhood, I had a lot of fun. I was thinking about the guy, Mr. Goodday, when I lived in Berkeley, California, and walking down the neighborhoods, and everybody had fruit trees in the yards. And we would walk to school and pick plums and bring a plastic bag. Back then they had both plastic and paper bags. They'd bring a plastic bag with us or a paper bag and collect fruit on the way to school. And I used to walk up in the Berkeley Hills, in the Oakland Hills, and I used to walk people's dogs up in the hills because I love to go up in the hills and look back down on the city. Love the outdoors. I always did love the outdoors, nature, natural. And I remember that. I also remember working at a daycare center in the Berkeley Hills, and I used to love to do that after school, did that. And I remember I used to volunteer for the Red Cross to teach swimming to the deaf and blind. That was an interesting experience because the deaf and the blind was the easiest to teach to swim. Those with all their faculties was the hardest to teach to swim. The deaf, they loved to swim. They couldn't hear, but they saw all the excitement in the pool, so it was easy to teach them. The blind couldn't see, but they heard all the excitement, and it was easy to teach them. And the ones who had all their faculties, man, they were like an octopus on the side of the pool. It suctions. You trying to get them to float, they didn't want to float. You try to get them to put their head underwater, they didn't want to put their head underwater. When you finally got them off the side of the pool, then they clasp you. It's like an octopus. Hey, I thought you want to learn how to swim. Let me go. They drowning and trying to drown you. I remember that. I remember that. This is good memories. I remember my days of driving across country and as a truck driver and seeing some places that I probably would have never seen if I hadn't drove. Seeing the United States from a truck driver's point of view. I know that when I wanted to become a over-the-road truck driver, and I used to hear all the rumors about over-the-road truck drivers and truck drivers who had second families on the road and all that. I didn't do that. I had one family that I was loving to come back to. I didn't need all that monkey business. Chuck Berry, too much monkey business. Too much monkey business for me to be involved in. I didn't need all that. What I needed to do was see the sights that I saw, go to the places that I went to and meet new people, and seeing how other people live just like I live, have the same desires and the same things to do like I like to do and enjoy. Eating the same foods and doing what people do. Love on each other, procreate, create a family, go hang out with their family in the park, have a picnic in the park, raise the little ones and show the little ones love while they're little, so they'll grow up and have a little bit of love, just a little bit, 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 just a little bit of love. All we need is love. Do yourself a favor today. Reminisce. Look back on some of the things and experiences that you've experienced in life, and embrace the good ones and embrace the bad ones. They're just memories now. They can't hurt you. You're probably digging that old dusty cobweb-infested archive of yours and had came up with an invention and was too afraid to launch that invention. And then when you reminisce and look back, you go, got it. Could have wrote down some lucky lottery numbers. Whoa. Now you speak my language. Lucky lottery numbers. Play the lottery, become a millionaire, make a change. Make a change. Just don't go out buying a bunch of toys and there's nothing wrong with that. But you got the money to make a change. Money talks, bullshit walks. You don't believe me? I saw bullshit walking the other day, and bullshit was walking his dog. Did you know that? And money was talking, so don't spend me on that. No, give me a greater value than that. No, not a pack of cigarettes. You kidding? Money talks. So hit the lottery and do something good for your community and do something good for yourself. Do something good for your family, because you know they're going to pop out the woodworks needing something. Beat them to the punch. Beat them to the punch. Have the ones you already done selected to give something when you hit the lottery. And the ones that, man, I don't care about all that money. Those are the ones you don't put on your list. Those are the ones you go give it to them, because they do care. It's like when I was a kid, and they would say, so-and-so girl, this girl likes you. Michelle likes you. And I liked her too, but I would say, I don't like that girl. They would do the same thing. Yeah, the boys would do the same thing. Hey, Michelle like you. Oh, I don't like that girl. And the girls would do the same thing. You know, Don like you. I don't like that boy. And all along, playing slap hands and tiddlywinks, whatever tiddlywinks is. But reminisce, look back. Appreciate the good times. Appreciate the people that are in your life. Appreciate the family members that you have. Enjoy your family members. We don't do that anymore. We're so busy. Everybody's on their phone and everybody's doing this and doing that. And there's nothing wrong with that, because this is where we're at in technology. You know, when TV first came out, everybody was looking at TV. When the radio first came out, everybody was listening to the radio. When cars first came out, everybody who could afford a car was trying to drive a car. When the bicycles came out, everybody who saw that invention wanted a bicycle. So there's nothing wrong with the technology that we have, and there's nothing wrong with using the technology and being entertained by the technology. As a matter of fact, I look at more TV, not regular TV, but Tubi and all these other platforms that show movies, and YouTube. I look at movies on YouTube. YouTube have a lot of movies. I was shocked to see YouTube had a lot of movies. You just type in full movies or free full movies or whatever I can't remember what it is. It just, as soon as I go to YouTube, it's already, you know how it lists all the stuff all the sites you've been to, and it just pops up when I push the letter F in. It's free movies, YouTube. And I've seen a lot of good movies on YouTube. So there's nothing wrong with the technology. There's nothing wrong at all. And this is where we're at. But reminisce about the times before that time. I can remember when there was the telephones where you rotary dial telephones and you also remember when you could just pick up the phone and the operator be there, or you press 0 and operator. Y'all like to make a collect call. Oh, nobody makes collect calls anymore unless you're in prison or in jail. I'm not laughing about you being in prison and jail. I'm just laughing about that's the only way you can make a collect call now, because everybody now has a cell phone. I remember when the first wireless cordless phone came out, we used to walk outside just to see how far we can go before the phone cut off. I remember when I was a kid, me and my brother had walkie-talkies, and we would talk to each other, and he would keep the button held down, and you had to push the button down to talk and release it to hear what the other person said, and he kept the button down, and so instead of having a walkie-talkie, we had a yelling walkie. I'm yelling, take the finger off the button, take the finger off the button, take the finger off the button. This has been another episode of Out of the Darkness and Into the Light. Remember, take some time out today to reminisce and remember some of the good times. For the good times. Remember some of the good times. Look back when you was a nappy-headed boy or girl, and when your only worries was for Christmas what would be your toy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, I know that. I know that for a fact, you know what I'm saying. Until the next time, this has been another episode of Out of the Darkness and Into the Light, baby. And you know I love the way that sounds.